It started with a young Asian man who was conned 1.5 million shillings for this fake gold. Our trail to catch the conmen, who are also kidnappers, took us to various meetings within the city with our hidden cameras. After assuming a foreigner's identity, I feigned interest in buying gold. I set out to find how they have managed to con many of their millions. The first day we met Kennedy Kafue, alias James the Broker. We noticed his other accomplice roaming the Westgate shopping mall, monitoring our meeting. Since I was a foreigner, they had to quickly establish whether I was their right target or not. In this case, I was. Immediately after we split up, my cover-up secretary was followed by this man to the lifts, but what he didn't know is that we were filming his movements from a secret location. One of the victims who suffered under the hands of this criminal gang said he was a Pakistani and carried the real gold. He only comes in when an Asian is involved, since he's more likely to be trusted than an African. I left the building to take a cab back to my supposed hotel room before flying out to Dubai to return to the country the following day at 2 p.m. Wednesday afternoon, my secretary called the gold dealers and told them that my flight from Dubai had just landed and our meeting was scheduled at 3 p.m. at Samia Park along Mombasa Road. We drove in a bit earlier to set a trap for the conmen, so with 2 hours on our hands, we set a strategy with a colleague posing as my personal assistant, Julius, from my Kenyan company. This criminal gang doesn't like dealing with 2 or more people in one sitting. The bait was to be alone to assess just how far they will go. 20 minutes after 3 p.m., James the Broker arrived. Another group had arrived earlier and was waiting for a signal that indeed I was alone and a genuine potential buyer. Interestingly, 2 men who I would later learn were the so-called geologists had walked in together.
Oh, but I always deal with that. No, those Mzee.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This Mzee is Kenyan?
No, he's from Tanzania. He's a guy who have his own mining from that place.
Oh,
so
he has a mine there.
They have their own mining there. So me, I always go there, look for. I look for them. I bring here. I take to idioms.
Okay.
That way.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he's an old guy, and I normally get him.
So he's the one who's coming?
Yeah, he's the one who's coming with it. Then I call the geologist to test for us.
Oh, so there's someone else who's coming?
Yeah, one geologist. Yeah,
oh, one geologist.
Yeah, because it has to be tested. Yeah, we have to test.
They're all coming here?
Yeah. We cannot.
How long do you think it will take?
Not more than 20 minutes.
James then signaled the geologist to join us after confirming everything was okay. You are the gentleman we've been waiting for? Oh, these are your friends?
These are the guys who are supposed to test for us.
Oh, you are together?
Yeah.
With him?
Yeah, he told us from morning there's something we want.
From 10.
From 10.
The 2 geologists were part of a group of conmen, but they pretended they did not know each other. They later feigned interest in the gold, a move calculated at making me rush to purchase the gold.
You also want to buy? If at all you see the thing is good, you can. No, they are not.
It's a matter of agreement.
Showing me his Kenyan identity card, John Ping Juga Irongo told me he was a retired geologist from the government, practicing privately now. Jackson, on the other hand, didn't divulge personal information but said he was working with the government. We all waited for the main man, Mzee Peter, who had traveled overnight to bring the gold to Kenya. Pacing up and down and on phone half the time, they played the waiting game. What I know, Asians love gold. Moments later, James the Broker left to brief the Tanzanian gold mine owner, seated comfortably in one of the cars at the parking lot. They lied to me that he was stuck in traffic, unaware that we were filming the movements. But the presence of my Kenyan personal assistant complicated things for them, and they kept holding conversations with the rest of the gang on how to proceed. Their plan was to kidnap me at the slightest opportunity and get the 4.5 million shillings from me. They knew it was stashed somewhere. Finally, the Tanzanian gold mine owner from Arusha, Tanzania, arrived with a briefcase carrying the gold. James had it protected. This is the man who has conned many unsuspecting Kenyans by purporting to own a gold mine in Mwanza, Tanzania. According to victims who have fallen for his antics, he carries the fake gold. But there was a problem. I asked for a certificate of origin. This is Zay. How are you? Peter. We finally agreed on $80,000, equivalent to 6.8 million shillings for the 1.6 kilograms of gold.
Your bank is a dollar.
Yeah, so I have to Kenyan money or what?
No,
you want?
Me, I can carry Kenyan currency.
Okay, or Tanzania currency.
In Tanzania, you take Kenya currency and you go there, it's just like dollar.
With the deal sealed that I was going to pay the following day after a confirmatory test on the gold, we moved to the geologist's car. I'm coming. You're also going to the jumps? Okay. It's getting very cold. This is your car? This is where many fall into their trap. As they purport to test the gold, they make you sit in the car with them, and that's when they either abduct you or force you to give them the money. Okay, so it's 1.6. Jackson, the geologist, weighed the gold and after confirming it was 1.6 kilograms, went straight to testing it with acid. In the end, we never bought the gold, but established this is where it all begins. They prey on innocent car sellers who have placed adverts on notice boards in any of the shopping malls. Caution is what you need when you think that call to buy your car is genuine. It could be this gang calling you.